What up? My name is Jade Fox and this is the Madeyoulooks channel, and today I'm going to be showing you the spring essentials, the bae de la queen of essentials this springtime, okay? Specifically for my androgynous folks. Some of these items, no, all of these items, if you enjoy an androgynous flair to your clothing, if you like to have something that's fairly unisex, you don't like to lean too far into any direction, or if you lean into both directions, these items are going to suit you very well. Let's not waste any more time because it's getting hot. First day of spring already passed. Let's go ahead and get into the first one. Padded sandals, or I would say a pillow sandal. We've seen this kind of like pillowy kind of effect a lot, specifically in like leather jackets. It's kind of like quilted leather jacket, quilted bombers, these like padded quilted even bags. That Coach tabby bag is very popular, that pillow tabby bag. And we're seeing this a lot in sandals and the footwear region of the world. Also, along with the padded and kind of like chunkier sandals, we're seeing once again the dad sandal trend just revitalized yet again another year. I checked out the Dior ones, these Dior like dad sandal vibes. Very, very cool, very, very nice. But you don't have to go designer with it. You can go, your local boutique and get you a nice little slice. And the reason why I think that this is such a great androgynous piece is because, one, I like things that are chunky. I just like clothing and shoes that are very obvious, that like are literally made to be seen. And that's what these shoes kind of have for me. They kind of have that flair to them. And I think something that is unique about like a dad sandal or like a padded, pillowy, whatever word you want to use, thick with 3 C's, sandal is it gives your outfit a youthful tone to it, because I think that's the beauty of trends, is that they are very much of the moment. So if you are partaking in the trends of the moment, you're going to look of the moment. And so that's why I enjoy these. I also feel like anything that's like kind of in this dad realm of style pairs really well with a lot of different types of styles. But more specifically, if you have like a simple style, an elevated basics style, a tomboy style, a sportier style, something even more business casual, I think works perfectly with this style of shoe. I think it's very like Princess Diana vibes. So that's why she's on the list. Next on the list are going to be tank tops, but more specifically, these tank tops that we've been seeing with cutouts, these strappier, almost like dystopian vibe kind of tank tops, this Resident Evil vibe to the tank top, even like knitwear tank tops. We've seen a lot of this with like Dion Lee. I talked a lot about this in my video about sexy menswear. I will link that in the card or whatever YouTube allows me to do up there. Not only are tank tops just more suitable for warmer weather because they are tank tops, let's show a little skin. I think that is probably the perfect piece that represents the best that menswear and the best that women's wear can bring together. Women's wear with just being a bit more adventurous, a bit more sexy, showing a bit more skin, having some cutouts here, showing off a clavicle, and then with menswear giving you that nice base to work off of, which is the basic kind of tank top or wife lover style tank top. I love how this ribbed kind of like fabric that we see a lot that like Aritzia uses, like that thick kind of like ribbed fabric Aritzia uses. Seeing a lot of these style tank tops in this fabric, which is good because that means that it's going to give us some nice stretch, so it's a little bit more inclusive. We love that. But it's also going to give us some good texture as well, because the great thing about the springtime is it being sandwiched in between the summer and the winter is that you get to still enjoy the great things about winter fashion in a spring style cut. So we can still enjoy the texture of a nice ribbed sweatshirt. We can still enjoy the texture of wool. We can still enjoy the maybe not wool, but we can enjoy some textures, okay, of leather and things like that. We're just gonna make them baby sized, okay? We're gonna be a little bit more intentional about where we place those things, okay? Because we don't want to be sticky. We don't want to be musty. Wear deodorant before you leave your house. I know we be forgetting, but wear deodorant when you leave the house. Okay, just don't forget. Don't forget. The next essential that we're going to be seeing this spring is the kind of 90s minimal aesthetic. I love this aesthetic. I feel like I've been wearing nothing but basics, especially for the last few months now. I don't know what's gotten into me. I've just been walking out the house with just nothing but elevated basics on. And I think the thing that's different about this kind of 90s aesthetic, because we always know that things that are of the 90s, 2000s, or that are retro or that come from a different decade are kind of always going to be on trend, because the whole point is that it's not on trend. So therefore it's always going to be on trend because it's not supposed to. See what I'm saying? But the thing that I think that's different though this time with this kind of like 90s look that people are doing is it's a lot more minimal, and it is very nostalgic. It's less of a campy kind of like reenactment of like a 90s fit and more of a look that feels nostalgic and something that is almost a bit more dressed up. And I think I liken this to like if you think back to the 90s when you would see celebrities on red carpets, how their outfits were very minimal. Like you saw simple slip dresses and a jacket over a top, and then that's it. You know, we saw men were wearing like a nice leather jacket, a simple t-shirt, and then some jeans, black shoes, call it a day. When I think to like the Wayans brothers back in the day, I think of like, you know, a silkier kind of like button down shirt with maybe a matching bottom with a leather black shoe. Like just very simple. Very simple. Keep it simple, stupid. It's definitely the kind of vibe that people are into right now, and I love this look. I think that it is flattering on everyone. I think that it looks good on everyone. And I mentioned this in a later video or a past video, but I was talking about how it's so easy to want to add more to what you're wearing, to make it feel different, to make it feel like more, to make it feel unique. But there are sometimes those outfits that are just very simple, very, very minimal, and it allows people to actually see you. Like it allows you to almost exist alongside your outfit and not underneath your outfit. And so I think that this like kind of 90s minimal look does exactly that. The next essential is the polo. Now, I'm not talking about the Kanye polos. I'm not talking about the Ralph Lauren polos, or rather a Polo Association polos. I ain't talking about the TJ Maxxinista polos. I ain't talking about the kind of polos, okay? We're seeing polos, and I guess also like short sleeve button-down shirts. We're seeing them be reworked. We're also seeing them be updated, and I love it. So right now, like you'll see like the polo, but instead of the buttons at the top, maybe it's got a zipper. On the short sleeve button downs, I've been seeing people kind of adopt the camp style button down. Usually it's kind of like basically a short sleeve button down with pockets all over it, or a button down that is more vintage inspired. Maybe it's a little bit more cropped, kind of 70s moment, giving you that. Anything just with that collar, with that soft collar. There's something about, I love a button down. If you are not new to this channel, then you know I love a button down. But there's something about a polo when that collar is on soft. Something about that soft, lovely collar on a polo shirt. I don't know what it is. I also think that because I grew up in Virginia, working in DC in Virginia at a young age, I'm thinking that a very small part of my heart just will always hold space for corporate business wear. Excuse me. Hello? One thing I love about this, I guess, also, these are essentials, but they're also trends. I'm realizing something else that I love about polos and the way that people are styling polos. It's becoming less and less businessy. It's becoming less and less business casual. I love the way that people are updating them, making them a bit more modern. And so if you have not thought about adding the polo to your wardrobe and you are someone who wears a lot of like basics, elevated basics, something to consider. I love a long sleeve polo. Personally, I think long sleeve polos are a bit more casual, a bit more easy kind of looking and easier to style. If you go like the short sleeve polo route, you might be giving Geek Squad, you might be giving Best Buy, you know what I mean? And I don't know if you may want the Best Buys, but you don't want people thinking that you are working at the Best Buys. You see what I'm saying? No Lawrence vibes over here. So if you're gonna get a polo, I'm gonna suggest you get maybe one that's a little bit long sleeve, especially if you don't have any already. But if you don't wanna do that, I would also suggest trying out a short sleeve button down in the camp style that I mentioned before, or you know, that kind of vintage thrifted vibe. So the next on the list is oversized shorts. Now, Jade, what do you mean by oversized shorts? I'm talking a nice Bermuda short, like you can go somewhere more tailored with it, or you could go like a skater short, something a bit more relaxed, something more casual, maybe even in a denim. I think regardless of which direction you go, a more tailored, more dressy versus something more loose, more casual, I think that it's a really cool element. I think it's a really unique element. Women's wear is no stranger to having pants or shorts that cut off at a weird place. We're no stranger to that, you know? And so I think that the added kind of shape that, you know, an oversized short would give you, along with that kind of awkward length, I don't know, I feel like it looks really cool. Depending on how you do it, it can look really chic. It could look really like kind of effortless and classic and whatever. I'll try and find images that best show what I'm talking about. But I think that the styling capabilities of these kind of items are also really, really vast. If you have a pair of like just regular denim oversized shorts, like you can make that look really chic. Let's say you have on just like a bodysuit or something, or a tank top, something more slim fitting, and then you have like a blazer on top of that, like a crop, or even like a crop jacket, you know, with a boot. I think that could look really cool. Oversized shorts with high tops. That's how I would do it. Y'all don't gotta follow the rules that I follow. There are a lot of different ways that you can style. I will try and find some photos to better explain to you what I'm trying to get across to you right now. Wear them big ass shorts, y'all. That's all I gotta say. Wear them big ass shorts. Soulja Boy Tell 'em was on to something when he said, crank that in them big ass shorts. I'm just saying, maybe you could crank something in the big shorts this spring, summer. The menswear heads y'all might try and tussle. Bomber jackets. I don't think that bomber jackets are out of style. I did a video reacting to a popular menswear fashion influencer who made a video talking about all these menswear trends that were out of style. And bomber jackets was one of the items amongst the list. And I can't remember what I said, but I feel like I said that I don't think that bomber jackets are out of style. I still don't think that bomber jackets are out of style. There is this Acne Studios bomber that I tried on in LA, and for some reason I left it there. For some reason I didn't pay for it and bring it back home. I don't know why I didn't do that, because ever since I left the store, I have been seeing this jacket all over my Instagram, cropped. The thing about a bomber jacket is that a bomber jacket is the example of everything that's trendy right now, which is why I don't think that it's out of style. Crop jackets are in style. Things that are puffy, bubbly, padded, like I mentioned before, is very much in style. Things that are collarless are very much well, I don't know. I feel like those are always in style. But you know, people are really into the military. Anything that's thrifted looking, anything that looks vintage or anything that is vintage inspired is also very trendy. And so all that considered, I don't understand how bomber jackets aren't on trend. So I'm gonna add them to this list. I think that I just love how they make your body look like an M&M. I love like a puffy, short bomber jacket. I think it's so cool looking and flattering on different body types as well, and different styles too. Because it has that more military background, it automatically gives that kind of like rugged military aesthetic to whatever it is that you're wearing. Honestly, a multitude of different aesthetics put together in one fit, I think is really nice. I know that's not for everybody. That might be a little bit too much mixing and stuff, but I tend to like it very much. So that's why bomber jackets are on the list. And the very last essential that I hope that you get into this spring is a nice set. Are you a set girl? Are you a set girl? I'm not a set girl. I want to be a set girl. I haven't found any sets that have set themselves up correctly on me. Okay, but I'm gonna recommend a nice set. Who doesn't love an outfit that takes no effort yet is no risk? We love them, and sets give you just that. I will try to link a bit of all of these in the description below of some examples that I think are good to just check out. But the one thing I love about sets is you can just throw them on. You can have a set that is very basic and it can work for a vacation. It can work for a dinner. It could work for an airport fit. It can work for just lounging around the house. It can work for errands. Like, it doesn't really matter what the occasion is. A set will most likely work. And when I say a set, I am meaning anything with a matching top and bottom. More specifically, long sleeve. For me, I'm thinking like long sleeve, kind of flowy vibe. But any set will work. But specifically, if we're talking about spring, I'm gonna suggest something that is long sleeve and pants matching set. You don't know what the nighttime is gonna be giving. It can be warm during the day, colder at nighttime. Also, perfect daytime to nighttime piece as well. Even just depending on how you style it, depending on the bag that you carry with it, it can really, really set the tone for I feel like I'm losing my voice. It really set the tone for a really cool fit, and so I highly suggest them. I don't know why I can't speak. Why can't I speak today? Maybe it's the backdrop. It's the backdrop. It's the backdrop for me. And y'all, those are all of my essentials, the things that I think are bangers, greatest hits, no skips for the spring season. Let me know if you agree. Let me know what you're gonna be wearing. And I'll see y'all very soon in another video. And don't forget, wear what you want, wear what you like, wear it out. Peace.